time for Wake Up with Witcher. Here's meteorologist Mike Witcher from the East Tennessee Weather Center.
Believe in experience. Believe in consistency. Believe in the wisdom that can only come with time. At Farm Bureau Insurance, we're proud to celebrate 75 years as Tennessee's insurance company, doing right by our neighbors and always being there when you need us most. After all, we don't just believe in Tennessee, we believe in Tennesseans. Farm Bureau Insurance, Tennessee's insurance company.
All right, good morning, everyone. It is now just 7:01, getting us started on this good old Monday morning. Live look there at 40 in Paper Mill. Traffic is running smoothly. We do have some clear skies. Temperatures this morning have been hovering about what we were all weekend long in the 40s and 50s. So as the kids head off to school, we're currently sitting in the 40s and 50s. But we're on our way to only the mid-60s here this afternoon. Temperatures are going to be trending about 20 degrees colder than what we experienced all weekend long when we're talking high temperatures. Visibility is not an issue, so fog's not a major problem. We do have the cooler, drier air starting to work its way across the Cumberland Plateau right now. The cold front brought us a couple of spotty showers last night. Temperatures now in Fentress County are running 9 degrees colder here this morning, so you can already start to see the strong delineation of the cooler, drier air, where temperatures are trending about 11 degrees warmer this morning in Monroe County here this morning with 40s and 50s. These are lows since since midnight, and again, these temperatures will go down just a little bit more as we continue to progress through the morning. Now, yesterday we had 70s and 80s. We were 10 degrees above average for this time of the year in places like Crossville, topping out at 79. The average is 69, and also Chattanooga, 85. The average is 75 for this time of the year. So definitely a big temperature drop is on the way. How's the weekend? Everybody doing okay? Did we have a good weekend here? Did you enjoy the sunshine and the pleasant weather? Hopefully. Did you get out and watch the football game? Did you fall asleep during the football game? Yours truly. I missed all the overtime stuff. Passed out on the couch. All right, let's talk about your forecast for the day today. Here comes this colder air. Cold fronts all the way to South Carolina, North Carolina, Georgia, and also southern Alabama. That colder air behind it, wrong direction here. That colder air back behind it has drier air. So the air is not completely dry, and that's why our morning lows are still in the 40s and 50s. But the air will start to and continue to dry out throughout the day today as those 20s and 30s to our northwest continue to slide off to our south and southeast. And that's really going to be the story here throughout the day today. So dew points are a little bit elevated here this morning, but gradually falling into the mid to upper 30s for dew points this afternoon. So the air is going to be even drier than what we experienced all last weekend, this weekend. And we all know, because we all felt it, how nice it was. We had some comfortable mornings. We had comfortable evenings and once the sun went down. But, you know, with temperatures in the 70s, it's still warm, or at least 70s and 80s. We've always talked about this on the show, but and Abby and I have over the years had conversations about it. She loves sunny and 75, and I said actually, sunny and 65 is much more comfortable, much more fall-like, if you will, because the sun adds more heat to how the air feels. And so this weekend with temperatures in the 70s and 80s, it felt pretty toasty outside, especially if you're doing some tailgating. Hey, by the way, we're going to have some post-cold front wind setup shop out of the northwest, so it is still going to be breezy as this air mass moves its way on in. We get those northwesterly winds. Any general aviators out there? Today's a good day to go practice those crosswind landings. Crossville's a great airport for that, just because the orientation of the airport and those northwesterly winds. That's a great day to go practice those crosswind landings. All right, here are your weather headlines for the day today. Nearly 20 degrees colder than what we saw this past weekend. So through the middle part of the week, another shot of cooler and drier air is going to be expected across the area, but also some frost. And do we see our first little taste of snow? Did I say the four-letter bad S word? Snow? Across the highest mountains. I'll show you here in a second. Into the weekend, slowly warming back to those seasonal averages, so it's not going to last too terribly long. All right, as we talked about, temperatures this morning have been hovering in the 40s and 50s. By lunchtime, we're going to be right around 60 degrees, so it's going to be really nice. Sunny and 60, a little bit of a breeze, maybe a sweatshirt or a light jacket if you're going to be in the shade. If you're in the direct sunlight, it feels amazing outside. So if you work outside, enjoy this week. This week is going to be just for you. That's what I'm talking about, Mel, right there. Sunny 65 to 73 is nice, perfect fall weather. I could not disagree with that. Fall has officially arrived, Buck says in Knox Vegas. Oh, come on, Julie. Stop the madness. We're going to have some fun this year, okay? All right, here we go. Here's this next piece of energy. Middle part of the week, Tuesday into Wednesday. Another shot of some good energy in the mid-levels of the atmosphere is going to dive its way and round the base of the trough. That moves its way Tuesday into Wednesday. That's going to do a couple things. It is going to bring us cooler air, so we'll cool down just a little bit more, which means that we'll likely see some frost forming. But it also does mean that we're going to wring out the atmosphere, squeeze in the available moisture. The atmosphere is when it's dry, and when drier air comes in, it can't hold. Drier air holds less moisture than warm air, okay? So the drier the air is, it just can't hold the moisture. So a lot of times it will just try to precipitate itself out. And so that's going to be the cause. And we're going to get a little bit of orographic lift with those upslopes flow of the mountains. The air goes up over the mountains. And so with just barely any available moisture and cold enough at the tip tops of the peaks, we are talking about the possibility of light dusting of snow, even in the national park. So if you're looking to grab some photos or whatnot, you might have to go out sometime Wednesday and Thursday. We'll see how this all plays out. But yes, our first shot of maybe some old man winter, a taste of old man winter across the highest peaks of the Smokies. As I said, that next shot of air brings us cooler. That next shot of energy brings us cooler air. So while we'll be in the mid-60s today, which is nearly 20 degrees colder than what we saw yesterday, we're actually expected to come down into the upper 50s to low 60s Tuesday, Wednesday, as that pocket of cool air swings its way on through. So those are high temperatures, by the way. As we look at low temperatures, we're talking low, mid, and some upper 30s through the week. So I think Wednesday, Thursday, and maybe Friday is our best chance of seeing some frost forming outside. And if we do have some frost in the next couple of days, I want you to share me a photo through the Witcher's Pictures link using the East Tennessee Weather app. As you saw that warming trend into the upcoming weekend, yeah, we are going to warm up. And it does look like a nice little warming trend, maybe even above average. Now, averages, again, for this time of year are in the mid-70s. So we're not talking 90s per se, even though the map shows red. We are just talking about the possibility of above average temperatures. So we're going to be the mid-60s today, low, mid, and upper 60s today. We'll drop down through the middle part of the week into the 50s and low 60s, gradually warming back into the low to mid and upper 70s for the weekend. So a really nice weekend to look forward to. Mom Witcher is coming to town on Saturday. And, of course, we got another football game on Saturday. It should be pleasant weather for the Bama game. All right, here we go. If you don't have the East Tennessee Weather app, you should download it. I know a lot of folks have been replying to me on social media. Let me go back to that. Saying, hey, I don't have your app. How do I get this app? So, again, if you're new to the platform or if you're watching through them, some of you have mentioned that you watch through the app, that you don't join on social media, so you can't join the conversations. But thanks for joining me. Download the East Tennessee Weather app. Pass along the word. We are growing every single day, all because of you. And thank you for that. All right, so how was the weekend? Let me just share a little story. So let's see. Saturday was a packed day. If you didn't see it on social media, I actually was live on News Talk 98.7 WOKI with Jim Brogan. Jim Brogan. Sorry, I just blanked on his name. So we did a whole hour broadcast of weather. We talked about the hurricanes. We talked about climate change. We also talked about the East Tennessee Weather and the venture that I have started. So it was really cool to sit down and talk to him on the radio. I do have the clips of them, so I'm going to edit those together, and I will put those on social media when I can get those edited, hopefully through the day today. We'll try to get that taken care of. And then we met Chris Budden, who was the sideline reporter. If you saw the woman doing the sideline reporting for UT, she's a really good friend of ours. Her name's Chris Budden. She used to work at Channel 10 with us way back in the day. We used to hang out quite a bit, but now she works for ESPN, and she's been moving up in the ranks of ESPN and has now becoming the sideline reporter. She said next year she's going to be doing Wimbledon, which is like a huge, huge success career goal for her. And I think anybody doing sideline reporting, you just kind of got to wait your time and work up the ranks. And so it was nice to go have brunch with her. I kind of met up at the very end, though. Ate my brunch in a styrofoam. I ate my wife's leftovers right there on Market Square, standing up, just chatting with Chris for a little bit. Then we raced home, packed the bags. Janelle went and got Caden a UT t-shirt because he didn't have one. He had grown out of the other one. So he's like, I don't have a shirt, and we're going tailgating. So she went and bought him a shirt. I packed our bags. She came home, and we went down and went to G10 and did some tailgating. Was a lot of fun there. Great to see some friends. I saw some old friends there as well that I've not seen in a long time. And one of them was Ben Singer. Some of you may remember Ben Singer from like 2005 to 2008. He was my co-anchor when I first moved to town, so it was great to see him and his wife and his family. And he's got like a freshman, and it was like crazy. Got this kid with like a deep voice. I was like, "What happened to your little babies? This is nuts." And he's like, "Yeah, look at your babies. They're growing up too." I said, "I know, that's crazy." And then we left the tailgate at like what? This game was at 7, so we left at like 6. Drove home, picked up a pizza from Gavani's or whatever on Kingston Pike. Great pizza, by the way, if you love New York style pizza. Went home and watched the football game from home, relaxed in our PJs, and old man Witcher fell asleep. And then yesterday, we cleaned the house because my mom's coming into town on Saturday, so we're going to be picking my mom up from the airport on Saturday. Actually, we're going to be going down to the tailgate, so we'll be back at G10 on Saturday morning. Remember, the football game's at 3:30 on Saturday. It's going to be perfect football weather. So the Witcher's going to go tailgate, and then we're going to drive down and go pick up my mom from the airport. And then we'll come back to the house and say, "Welcome to East Tennessee again, Mom. We're going to sit down and watch a football game." And then she's going to be here all the way through Halloween. So you'll be able to see her in some Halloween photos. We'll see if she actually ends up dressing up. And let's see. And then yesterday I played pickleball. So I had... 3, 6, 9 games of pickleball, something like that. No, 8 games of pickleball, I think. We didn't play very well yesterday, but oh well. Such is life, I suppose. And then our neighborhood, geez, it was a packed weekend, I tell you. And then our neighborhood had their annual fall picnic. And they had Buddy's barbecue up there, which is great. So we got to go up and chat with everybody and eat some dinner, which was nice because then we didn't have to cook dinner and mess up the house that we just cleaned up, right? You know how that goes, right? Like, great, I don't want to cook dinner now. The kitchen's clean. And then it doesn't stop there. So then this morning, my alarm goes off. I look at my clock, and my alarm goes off at 4 o'clock. And I look at my clock, and I was like, oh, no, it's Sunday. What am I doing getting up at 4? I get up at 5 on Sundays. So I slept, and I slept, and I slept. All of a sudden, I was like, whoa, it's 5:45. My goal every day is to have the platform updated by 6 a.m. Well, that didn't happen this morning. So if you checked in online, you probably did notice that nothing was updated because I was late. I was late to the party, but we're not late for here. We're right here for you. Anyways, that was the Witcher's Adventures Weekends. Thanks for joining me on social media all weekend long as well. Buck says, thoughts and prayers for North Carolina, Tennessee mountain people, generators and space heaters, blankets. Winter is coming quicker and thousands of people need warmth. Yes, my friend. Well said, Buck. Well said. Is there a thumbs down button talking old man in winter? We are just getting into good fall. True, but we're talking about the highest peaks of the Smokies, which is always nice. And then we get these post-cold front winds, and these are the kind of winds, these are the kind of cold fronts ahead and behind, because we had a windy day yesterday. And then behind that, when the leaves really start to change, hopefully sooner than later, I think this week is really going to help to push that. Clear nights, clear, crisp nights, and cool sunny days. I think all of a sudden by the end of the week and maybe the next week or two, we're really going to start to see some colors popping. But it's these cold fronts, these fall cold fronts that always bring wind with it. And they always knock off a lot of those leaves. And we have a carport, and so I feel like the leaves always just kind of compile right in the carport. It's terrible. And then we track them in the house. It's no fun. Oh, man. Okay, so how was your weekend? Everything good? Going to Franklin Thursday to see the grandbabies. Great little drive to Franklin on Thursday. It'll be nice and comfortable. Going to see my first boo at the zoo in Nashville. Nice. Cool weather for Friday night. Yes, ma'am. It will be amazing. It'll be perfect, actually, Friday night. So enjoy that. You think we can beat Bama here this upcoming weekend? Well, I hope so. I don't know. Did you see if Vandy won? I didn't actually see if Vandy won, but they've been holding up their own, haven't they? Been great. Oh, man. Yeah, isn't that crazy? She's awesome. It's been great to watch her career just grow, and as she grows as a sports reporter, because that was her. I mean, when she came to Knoxville in 2007, 2008, whatever it was, her goal was to be on ESPN and be a sideline reporter, and she has literally made it. And so that's what I tell my kids all the time. When I go talk to schools, I actually felt bad the other day when I went to the Jewish kids school, the Knoxville Jewish kids school. We were talking about weather and meteorology and stuff. And I said, right, and practice makes, and everybody yells out perfect. And I looked at the teacher and I said, well, what I tell my kids is practice makes better, because you're never going to be perfect. Nobody is ever perfect. You have to work very, very hard. And we were dialing that in and tying that into weather and how I've, it's a skill, it's a craft to be a good meteorologist, to really hone in. And so practice makes better. I'm still not perfect, and you'll never be perfect, especially when it comes to weather. But same with Chris. She's practiced so much over the years, and now she's made it to ESPN, which has been amazing. So big shout out to Chris this morning. Great seeing you, my friend. She's not watching. Sharon, good morning. Chilly in Kentucky Mountain this morning, I'm sure. We'll see if I can. You got to realize she's 2 hours later than us. So right now it's still only 5 o'clock in the morning, Colorado time. So probably won't get her on the air, but you will definitely see her on Soch. I'm glad that there's going to be an earlier game as well. I'm with you on that one for sure. Oh yeah, how was you had your Colts and Titans party at Windy City yesterday? Colts won. Nice. Congratulations. Nice, Aaron. Glad your team won. Hopefully you had a lot of fun. You got a shirt that says "Tired and Pregnant Lady" is my costume. Perfect. Nothing's better than that. Stop by Marble Springs State Historic Site on Saturday for a craft show and trick or treat until 4. Not going to happen. We're tailgating, picking up Mom. But everybody else can. Yeah. You lost your dad in 64 and Mom in 95. Always love your parents because one day they will be gone. Well said again, Buck. Well said again. That's true. Sometimes I think we take our parents for granted until they're not here. I think there's a lot of things in this world that we take for granted, right? Oh, geez, pushing me right along. Fine, Kimberly. Kimberly speaks. We shall. I razz you, Kimberly, right? Well, we know it's October 14th, so let's celebrate birthdays and events. Happy birthday, anybody celebrating a birthday here on the 14th of October. My little brother's birthday is in 2 days. Old man Preston, getting older and older as we speak. It's National Online Bank Day. I'm going to give a big cheers to that. It's funny doing what I'm doing. There are sometimes I need a check, and I don't have checks. Probably need to purchase some checks, but I don't have any. So here we are. It's National Kick Butt Day. That's what I'm talking about. Everybody, get out and embrace the day. Carpe diem, seize the day, and kick butt. That's what I'm talking about, right, Buck? I bet Buck knows how to kick some butt in life. Buck knows how to kick butt in life, that's for sure. And I know a lot of you do too. Native American Day. Big shout out to Native Americans. Great. My first college actually offered discounts to Native Americans. If you had a quarter Native American in your blood, you got, I believe, either a discount or tuition for free. Now, I did go to my first college in southwestern Colorado, Durango, at Fort Lewis. So, obviously a lot closer and right around the reservations, tons of reservations around there. So the school offered free tuition if you were Native American, or at least a discount anyways. Columbus Day. Oh, it's Happy Columbus Day. Didn't even realize that. Time got away from me. It is Columbus Day. Big shout out to Columbus Day. I'm surprised the kids are going to school. I feel like they get out of school all the time. But anyways, it's National Real Sugar Day. Any stevia lovers out there? Ugh, gross. Real sugar is the only way to go. But actually, I use monk fruit sugar, which has the same sweetness and consistency of sugar, but it's low glycemic and it's calorie free. Is it good for you? I don't know. I know some of those fake sweeteners are terrible for you. National Dessert Day. We're just going to give a big shout out to that as well. At the picnic last night, had some moonshine cookies. They are so good. They don't have moonshine in them. It's from the Moonshine Cookie Company. And it's Be Bald and Be Free Day. Well, one of these days, ladies and gentlemen, you'll see a bald witcher on this show. The hair is falling out day in and day out. But anyways, that's what we got for today. Oh my gosh. Let's just listen to the whole song, right? As we take you out to Hardin Valley this morning, a live look there in Hardin Valley. Beautiful start to the day, albeit on the cool side. All right, how are those? We had a lot to celebrate today. A lot going on today. Hey, Mike, which are we getting rain? It's so muggy, breathing not good. Whoa, Karen or Sharon, where are you from? Wait a second here. Are we on the wrong day here? We're on the right time, right? I'm not quite sure where you're joining us from, but it is definitely not muggy outside. But I sure hope you have a wonderful Monday. And if you think this morning's muggy, well, wait till tomorrow morning. It's not going to be muggy at all. The dry air settles its way on in. Let's see. Well, there you go. I suppose somebody's got to be perfect, right, Buck? I suppose so. My birthday's December, first day of December. Nice. Well, we'll celebrate on the 1st of December. How about that, Eva? So we've got fall break for Jefferson County. Kind of a chilly fall break, but perfect. Perfect to get out to the pumpkin patches and the corn mazes. Has anybody had a chance to do that yet? Mets and Giants both lost yesterday. Guess if you're a Mets and Giants fan. Oh, so Vandy beat Kentucky. So now Vandy's beat Kentucky and Bama. Wow, we're going to have our work cut out for us at this point of the game, aren't we? I love you too, Kimberly. You'll still love a bald witcher? I don't know. I may look funny. I'm going to have to grow a beard out if I do that. And notice I do have a little bit of 5 o'clock shadow this morning. Didn't have time to shave. Ain't no time when you're running late. And I like the 5 o'clock shadow. I don't know about you, but I feel like it's a lot more to maintain. I let it grow out a couple days, shave it. Let it grow out a couple days, shave it. Maybe it's only the 14th, so we have 16, 17 days left. But maybe we'll do No Shave November and raise some money for a good cause. Maybe we will do No Shave November and raise money for the American Cancer Society, since I'm still raising money for them. Oh, well, that's good. Did anybody get any storms last night? I was watching them. We had special weather statements attached to those storms last night, but didn't have any severe storms. Just stronger, gustier winds. Anybody pick up any hail from the storms last night? I'm in Kentucky, Pineville. It's very muggy in the house, but cold over the weekend. Well, do you not have your... Open the window, Sharon. Open the front door and the windows. It's not muggy up there right now. Maybe muggy. The studio is muggy every morning. I've got a lot. I got a lot of equipment in here. I don't know why it's always hotter in the morning than in the afternoon. It is literally set to like 70 degrees in here. Oh, well. I love me some pumpkin patches as well. We were going to try to get out and do that yesterday. We were even going to try to meet Julie and her son, Josh. And we've been telling our kids that we're going to take them to the Big Dig site in Sevier County, let them operate some of those big machines. But we had too much going on, cleaning the house, getting ready for mom, and pickleball and grocery shopping. We didn't have any groceries. You like the 5 o'clock shadow, do you? Nice. Good morning, Kathy. She's my neighbor across the street. 1 boom of thunder, 0.07 of an inch of rain measured total. That's all you got, Tom, huh? Well, that's all I guess we're going to get. Because we'll see if that next little boundary brings us any light sprinkles on. We may get a few light sprinkles on Tuesday, Wednesday, as that next little piece of energy comes on through. But I don't think we're going to get a whole lot. But maybe bring out the atmosphere in the form of some light flurries or maybe a light little dusting of snow. We'll see what High Up on LeConte says. Because if you don't follow them, you should. It's great little blog that they blog all the time. The one guy that lives up there in the wintertime, he blogs all winter long. High on LeConte. Check it out. HighOnLeConte.com, I think it's what it's called. Yeah, the goal is to get there, Buck. And I know Julia and I have been trying to plan it with the kids, with my wife, and just hasn't happened yet. Has not happened yet. But I guess the kids are off to school. The wife is heading off to work. And so we're going to wrap things up here this morning. But I really do appreciate you joining us here this morning. And embracing... where'd my music go? Well, we have different music now. There we go. Anyways, embracing the morning for what it is. Embrace the week for what it is. It finally is feeling like fall. This weekend was nice as well. I don't turn on my heat until the 30th, till it's 30 and below. I had a competition with a radio DJ, Brad Jeffries, if you remember him. Rest in peace, my friend. He lost his life a few years back, but he was the radio DJ for B97.5. And we used to always have a competition every year. Who could hold out the longest before turning on the heat? It was usually the wives that were like, all right, guys, enough is enough. It's cold in here. I'm tired of walking around in the jacket. You know what I mean? But not the case. We'll see when I turn ours on. I don't know yet. Not quite sure. And the cool thing is this little tiny 400 square foot studio doesn't need ever... I think I only used the heat one time last year, and that was in January when we had the Arctic outbreak and the blizzard and the snow. Just stays hot in here all the time. Anyways, we're going to wrap things up here this morning. I sure hope you have a great day. Be safe, be kind to each other. I'll be posting more about on social media. We'll be watching for a chance for some light flurries. Remember, it is going to be a little bit on the breezy and gusty side throughout the day today as the post-cold front winds set up shop and head our way. All right, we'll see you back here tomorrow. Have a great day, my friend.
From the East Tennessee Weather Center, here's your morning weather update with meteorologist Mike Witcher.
And good morning and happy Monday, everybody. Sure hope you had a great weekend. It was our last warm weekend, at least in the short term anyways. We'll see how the long-term forecast plays on out. But yes, it was a nice toasty day yesterday. We made it to 81 degrees, 79 in Crossville, 85 Chattanooga, and 79 in the Tri-Cities area. So above average, because by anywhere from 5 to 10 degrees above average anyways, as this cold front slides its way on through. Now, that popped off some strong thunderstorms late last night and through the early overnight hours. Now it's a thing of the past, and now we're going to be tracking in some cooler and, yes, even drier air as the air continues to dry out behind it. Today's going to be even drier feeling than what it was all last week. We had some nice dry air last week as well. When you look at the dew point numbers this morning, we've got some 30s across the Cumberland Plateau. These will all slide our way, so our dew point numbers throughout the day today will continue to fall and stay in the upper 30s all day. So low dew points, very dry air in place. Still a little breezy back behind the cold front. We get a post-cold front wind out of the northwest. Great for general aviation pilots to go practice their crosswind landings today, especially in Crossville, Cumberland Airport. But the winds are going to be out of the northwest anywhere from 10 to 15, gusting to about 15 to 20 anyways, and then relax as we head into the overnight hours. So your weather headlines, nearly a 20-degree temperature drop for high temperatures today from what we saw yesterday. Another shot of colder and drier air will settle on in through the middle part of the week, but frost is also expected. And then we're going to gradually warm as we get into the upcoming weekend back to those seasonal averages. So low temperatures this morning started off in the 40s and 50s, not too terribly bad. Tomorrow morning, it's going to be a significant change, but our high temperatures don't warm a whole lot today. Lunchtime, we're going to be right around 60 degrees, and as we get into the afternoon, we're talking highs in the low, mid, and a few pockets of upper 60s compared to the mid to upper 80s that we experienced throughout the day yesterday. And that's going to make for a nice cool evening. Once the sun goes down, temperatures drop pretty quickly. We'll go from 63 at 6 down to 57 by 8 o'clock here tonight. Here comes our next piece of energy, Tuesday into Wednesday, diving its way out of the north. This is our next shot of cooler and drier air that's going to settle its way on into the area. Plus, this has a nice little potent piece of energy that swings on through, so any available moisture in the atmosphere is actually going to be wrung out. And we could see a little bit of light rain maybe associated with that. We will see colder air back behind it, especially in the upper parts of the atmosphere, which in turn could lead to our very first light dusting to flurries across the highest peaks of the Smokies, all the way from the Smoky Mountain National Park up towards Carter and Unicoi counties. So something to kind of keep in mind, but again, it's not going to cause any major travel concerns. Temperature trend, we're going to be chilly all the way through Wednesday and then gradually warming, as I mentioned, back to those seasonal highs as we get into the upcoming weekend. Average high for this time of year is 73. Average low is 50. Look at this. We're going to be trending nearly 20 degrees below average. With temperatures in the low, mid, and a few pockets of upper 30s through the middle part of the week, and that's what's going to lead to some frost formation. But as I mentioned, it's not going to last long. Climate Prediction Center has warmer temperatures coming back in as we round out the month of October. Here's your 7-day forecast. Again, a cool, chilly week ahead of us this week. Chilly in the evenings, chilly in the mornings, cool and pleasant fall weather during the afternoon hours. But by the weekend, we're back into the 70s, so some nice weather is on the way. And make sure you check in every day with the East Tennessee Weather app. You got your daily forecast weather updates, all your weather information for us here locally and around the U.S. if you have any sort of travel plans or if you travel for work or pleasure. All right, we sure hope you have a great Monday. Enjoy this nice, cool, fall, fresh feeling. It's here all week.